Scrapper! Yes! 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 Oh yeah, I'm fucking gassed to talk about this. Scrapper. Man, I didn't even mean to see this movie. It was a mystery screening. It was like, oh, screen unseen. I had no idea what the fuck Scrapper was. I had never heard of it. It was a brand new thing. And that's why I like the screen unseen mystery screening format. It's like you just like naturally respond to whatever you're seeing. You haven't got any time to speculate what's it going to be like because you don't know what it is. So you just, I think it's a really cool way to do it. I love it, man. I'm very happy to say that I really liked Scrapper. I thought Scrapper was excellent. I really recommend this film. I recommend going out and seeing it, seeking it out if you can. It is an indie film, very clearly a low-budget independent project, and it tells a story of a young girl named Georgie who's 12 years old. Mum is no longer around, and she is living by herself. And then all of a sudden, her biological dad appears. You know, she feels pretty confident and stable doing things solo, so she is definitely hesitant and emotionally is going through so much as well. And I gotta say, this film was a blast. It was really funny. Some of the humor had me really laughing a lot, but some of it was a little inappropriate in my opinion. What I mean is it kind of clashed with the more emotional beats of the film. There were a couple moments where I thought the shoots at humor were just like, you didn't need that. It kind of cheapened the blow of what could have been a really moving moment. There are these very frequent cuts to like this mockumentary thing where like side characters come in to weigh in on what's happening in the main story, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Is there a documentary happening as well? Like, why is that there? And it was visually really exciting. I definitely got some hints of Wes Anderson in some of the framing of the shots and the color choices, but if it was instead like rooted in just like rural England, like this place in the film that this takes place in, it literally looks like where I live. It very correctly captured the dourness, kind of hopelessness that a place like this can inspire, and also just the freedom. It damn near made me cry. There was one moment where I was like on the brink of tears near the end, but it was you could have got me. You could have got me crying, but I gotta say, one of my issues with the film, actually, there is a moment near the end very clearly intending to be like the part where you cry, and the writing got really rigid at that point. Like, the entire film is extremely naturalistic. I got very strong hints of Aftersun. Obviously that film is not as funny. It's not a comedy. This film is definitely attempting to be a comedy. It is basically a comedy. The dialogue never at any point feels scripted. It always feels very like eerily real. You know how in Aftersun it doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. You feel like you're just a fly on the wall, observing a genuine just slice of life. This is exactly like that. The entire film, it really doesn't feel like you're watching scripted words being acted and portrayed most of the time. But one of the few moments where it really did feel that way was during this one sort of monologue voicemail situation, and it nearly got me, but then I just started thinking, I don't know, it just sounded a little too scripted, that's all. But ultimately, it does still land the emotional beats. This is a very wholesome movie, and I gotta say, a huge part of that is down to the central two performances, which are both phenomenal. First off, Lola Campbell, who is our lead as Georgie. She was exceptional. This is her first performance. This is a screen debut. She's extremely funny. Her sarcastic, arrogant, I know what the fuck I'm doing, leave me alone. That mentality is captured so well. I'm serious. Like, my little sister Lila is exactly like this sometimes. She actually reminded me quite a lot of Lila in a few scenes when she was sort of like whenever Lila gets in like a stroppy mood, she's Georgie. So yeah, cool to get some Lila representation in cinema. Harris Dickinson, man. Wow. This dude rules. I loved him in Triangle of Sadness. He was hilarious in Triangle of Sadness. And he's hilarious here. He's incredible here. He plays the role of the dad who just strolls up thinking everything's chill, and his character is extremely layered. He isn't really a good dad. He doesn't really know how to be a dad. That's why he wasn't there before. He just pulls up into Georgie's life thinking everything's all cool, but Georgie's going through a lot emotionally, and the film portrays all of these emotional nuances with an extreme amount of care, with an extreme amount of earnest love, and I think Harris was perfect for this role. The frustration he has towards the disconnect between himself and his daughter is really palpable. You can tell that he's kind of not really an adult. I mean, he's a grown man, but he's still very much a child. And the film is really good at just letting you observe it. It doesn't really spend too much time explicitly telling you what people are doing, what people are going through, how they're thinking. They just kind of allow you to observe see little clues. You don't really get the full picture of every character in this film, of who they are, who they were. You're just kind of given clues and hints and stuff like that, and you just kind of let your brain fill in the gaps. And I love that method of storytelling, and the camera work did a great job of sort of getting that across. The whole film is very much through her perspective. She'll be quite desperate and chasing something, and the screen will get extremely shaky. The camera will just start going crazy just to sort of communicate that desperation. I very much felt like the decisions made with the camera kind of reflected what Georgie was thinking and feeling, which I thought was really nice. It's a very short film too, only 82 minutes long, and it packs that runtime in perfectly. And before I finish off this video, I would like to shout out Ali, who is a side character, Georgie's best friend. I forget the name of the actor who plays him. It's also his on-screen debut. He was so fucking funny. Ali was the MVP of this movie. I kind of wish he was in the film a little bit more. I get why they limited his screen time due to the events in the film and everything, but I gotta say, there were definitely moments where I was like, man, I could really use a dose of Ali right now. He was so good, man. Particularly a joke involving a spider had me in stitches. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. It's a freaking gem of a movie. Some tonal clashing for sure. Some awkward comedy exists in this film. It doesn't quite manage to go the full mile with its emotional beats. It sticks the landing well enough for you to be satisfied with it, to go home happy, but I really think there was potential to really go above and beyond with the central messages and the story here. The arcs that these characters go through is always interesting to watch. The performances are amazing. I gotta say, this is a great film, and is definitely going to go down as a favorite this year for me. I really recommend it. It's just such a sweet movie. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. Go see it. Go support this movie. It's a fire movie. Independent British films this year have been banging. Check out Rye Lane as well. That's amazing. Fucking amazing. Incredible movie. And then we have this as well. It's just a fantastic film. It's a fantastic year for movies, bro. I'm loving it. Loving it. All right, that's me done. Thanks for watching. Go see Scrapper. Let me know how you felt about it. Listen to my music as well. And ask me a question so I can answer it in a Q&A video that I'm going to be making soon. Fucking do it, please. Dude, just ask me something. Please. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Bye.